No wonder. Cabin fever. Who was it? Tim, of all people. Not to bring that guy up. I would say God bless, but no. Sorry. Anyway, he's the one that kind of came up with the term that I don't know, I guess I still kind of used it, but he called it riverbed madness. Riverbed madness. It helped me try to illustrate and understand, like, why I was suffering some side effects of cabin fever out here in the woods. Nice, bright, open area, but still, it can kind of affect you. It's come to mind that some of you seem to be a little skeptical as to why I'm telling you to stay out of the riverbed. And I guess it's because the tweakers, well, there's two reasons. It's, stay out of the fucking riverbed, please. There's been more than once where I've come back to my camp and found weird shit like this just piled up in the back of my camp. A bunch of kids' books, kids' clothes, kids' toys. And of course, these nasty yahoos giggling and snickering as I'm walking home. And so I guess they wait for me to leave, come in here and sprinkle that shit around, and then invite you in. And then you're like, oh, come here, big heroin junkie hunk. Let me have sex with you because this guy has child. That's weird. I don't know what to do. This one's gonna have to go to YouTube, I guess. I really don't want to be out uploading because every time I fucking leave this camp, someone charges in here. And either they're pretending to be me for somebody listening at a distance, or that's when somebody gets an email and it's suddenly the coast is clear and they come tramping in here while I'm not here. I'll sit here for 5 fucking days and nobody will show up. The second I go up to Albertsons to try to get some fucking water, and all of a sudden there's this you lied to me betrayal energy, and it's like it's set up to where every time I fucking leave this place, some crackhead comes creeping in here, and that's when some girl comes tramping down the trail and runs into a fucking crackhead that looks maybe enough like me in the dark from a distance, but obviously isn't. So she probably gets to about this point before she gets stick to the back of the head. And she wakes up blindfolded and not knowing what's going on, being reaped by everything walking by, cops included. All the while being told it's me, even though the reason she keeps getting knocked out and moved from location to location is because I'm the only fucking thing in Lompoc apparently trying to stop this from happening. Granted, a good chunk of you still think it's a joke or a game. You've been down here and saw some charade or some fantasy sex shop they put up, but I'm telling you, I'm not this loony and nauseous day after day for no reason. And like, I've got a giant illustrated bulletin list of decent facts to put down that nobody cares about. It's like once I start highlighting the truth about this whole thing, people realize that they really have been helping a bunch of child rapists. I'm not joking, people. It's like the it's like the gravity of the words that I'm speaking just get a lot of you to roll your eyes and change the channel. And it's like, you know, these aren't starving kids in Africa holding their bowl looking sad. These are, you know, this is right under your noses. And of course, I guess another thing that may be driving this to a subconscious anger level is the fact that when I first got to this spot a little over 4 years ago, and there was nobody else down here, there was a good chunk of Lompoc that showed up with torches and pitchforks one Sunday morning, and they were gonna get the bad guy. And all they had on me was a bunch of rumor and conjecture from the local drug addict population, who are still doing the same basic thing. That nasty worm that I beat up is still doing it. I guess unbeknownst to me a few times while I'm back here trying to get some sword whip on, I've got my headbands in, and I don't know how. I don't know how they're doing it, but as soon as I click play on a song and have my headbuds in, I guess they crowd around my bushes and start screaming a bunch of obscenities. It's the fact that these nasty worms actually feel good about themselves. It's like swine. That's why I call him swine. The fact that he can put his hands on his hips and smile and grin after beating up a child who's already tied up, raping some girl who's already like half comatose from torture. And he actually puts his, I can feel it, the energy waves of him putting his hands on his hips and feeling like Superman. Well, look at me, I raped a child, and it's gross. It's his mentality. I don't know, and it's what like 90% of Hollywood is choosing right now. I'm not joking. You come here, they keep you away from me, they refuse to let you talk to me, they point out as many obscene, stupid things as they can, saying, oh, look at that guy, look at that guy, look at that guy. You won't get out of your fucking car and say hello to me. You believe all the bullshit lies they tell you. I don't know what to do here. I told you all to stay out of Lompoc, and now you're still showing up, and things are getting out of hand. So, gotta remedy this shit somehow.